So do true smart buildings exist today, and what are the challenges?
Do true smart buildings exist today, and what are the challenges?
I think some buildings are smarter than others, just like any distribution of smartness, right?
Yes, today there are smart buildings, but next year those buildings won't be quite as intelligent as what they are today.
I think they do, based upon what today's standards are. And let's remember that smart buildings, what a smart building is evolving as new tools are created, as new relationships, data relationships are correlated and created.
I'm not sure that true smart buildings exist. I think there are a lot of examples of buildings that have smart features, that have parts and pieces that have been implemented to help them function more efficiently or effectively, right? So a security system that has eliminated the friction around sort of turnstile and access, or improved the visitor experience in some way. Smart systems that have changed the way that HVAC responds to lower occupancy levels, both to drive efficiency of that system, but also the occupant levels of comfort within that system.
What we need to get to with our smart buildings, in the same way that we got to with our green buildings, is that we need to start creating some standards by which we can measure. And that way we will know how smart they are becoming. And when we think about smart buildings, we really think about place, people, and process.
I think it would be kind of interesting to create like a measurement, like a building IQ, that says that, well, this building's a lot smarter than this building. And there's another question about that, is just how smart do you need your building to be?
So yes, absolutely smart buildings exist today, but it's not a static moment. It's not you're going to get, I'm a smart building. No, that you better evolve, and you better morph, and you better work hard to stay relevant as our customers are asking for more tools, more services, and ultimately more information from us as property owners.
A smart building that sort of puts all of those pieces together, from prior to your arrival, through to your arrival experience, and then during your occupancy, all the way until the moment when you decide to start heading out for the day. I'm not sure that we're there yet.
So yeah, I don't think it's too important to get hung up on terms. I think there's lots of case studies of buildings that you probably would call smart buildings, but in terms of the challenges of scaling them out, real estate's a heterogeneous asset class. Every building is different from each other. Every tenant is different from another. And on top of that, I think there's some key areas around standards, data, and just generally how that all fits together and aligns all the stakeholders that we need to get through to really be able to see the potential of the space.
Recently I was at an old industrial building in Hoboken, the leather factory, which is the dumbest building I've ever seen, but one of the most compelling places to work, because it was like an artist colony. It's just filled with studios, it's got this kind of funky vibe going on. Dumbest building ever. But in other cases where you need to have large populations of people working together, you want to have a great deal of intelligence, because you've got a very expensive asset that is being used very intensively, and you want to make sure that you're delivering the kind of occupancy values that the troops expect.
At the moment, we've seen owner-operated buildings, a lot of really exciting stuff being done. I think that's the first step, and in the next 10 years, we're going to see much more.